are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Report. I am your host, Brian Barnaby. And let's just say the boys are back in town.
She got away, know what I say? She can't choke, she don't know what to do.
She's gotta go. Bye. I know that you love this flow. We just chillin', we just villains. We just chillin', we some villains.
I love it up, get the ammo and I stick it up. I ride with shots on the top of shots. I bust the clip and I let it dip. I make it poop, make it explode. Touch your toes, hit your nose. Can you touch your toes?
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. I am your host, Brian Barnaby. We got Brian Grasso here. What's going on, bro? Great day to be alive, honestly. I have to say.
I like this new haircut.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mets polo.
And, of course, the return of Hello World. And joining us via FaceTime, Geno.
What's up? How's it going, guys?
You feeling pretty good, Geno?
I'm feeling pretty good. We're feeling good right now. We're feeling good.
All right. Love to hear it. And of course, we're going to start in the world of the National Basketball Association.
LeBron James at the buzzer.
And we'll start, and I can't believe I'm reading this score. Hawks 109, Sixers 106. The Hawks take a 3-2 lead. Trey goes for 39 points, 7 assists, and he gets help from Collins with a double-double, 19 and 11, and Gallinari, 16 points, 3 of 4 from three-pointer. But obviously, I mean, the story here is the comeback. Trailing by 26 points. They outscore the Sixers by 21 in the fourth quarter. And, you look at the box score for the Sixers. I mean, Embiid, 37, 13, and 5. But he misses 2 free throws in the final 20 seconds when they're down 3. And that kind of was the ball game. And it really is a shame, too, because my guy, Seth Curry, 36 points, 7 of 12 from three-pointer. And it goes to waste because they melt down for the second game in a row, and we'll start with you, Grasso. You've been, heavily following this Sixers team all season. I mean, what did you see here?
I can't say I'm not surprised. I mean, this is pretty much what they do. They deserve to lose this game. They deserve to lose this series, and I don't know who on this roster do you even want to keep besides Embiid? I mean, obviously Embiid didn't look
well. Seth Curry.
Embiid did, Seth Curry's good, but Embiid didn't look healthy in the fourth quarter again. So you gotta think the knee's bothering him. Like, he just comes out too much in the beginning, and then he can't play a full game on this whatever torn meniscus thing he's got. I mean, Seth Curry was great, like you said, 36 points, but didn't stop anyone all night. So he came down, hit a 3, and then Lou Williams just crossed him up and hit another 3. So a lot of his points just got offset. And then Ben Simmons. He was talking shit all game long.
Even on the sideline.
And he did not do anything in the fourth quarter. He ran away from the ball, and he missed 10 free throws. 4 of 14 from the free throw line, dude. Like, he shouldn't even be in the NBA.
You had to pick him or Doc. Who do you like better?
I hate both of them. I like Doc better. I'll take Doc. I mean, honestly, I will not be rooting for the Sixers as long as Ben Simmons is still on this team.
Yeah.
He's so bad.
Yeah, and funny, quick side story here.
I felt like Barnes watching the Yankees last night.
Believe it or not, I did run into a couple years ago in Fairfield a family friend of Ben Simmons. He was talking about how much he dominated in Australia, younger and stuff. And it was funny. I didn't know this at first that he was a family friend, so he just randomly brought him up, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like offensively, I don't really see it. And then he's like, he tells me that, and I kind of had to like tone it back a little bit. But it's just like, I mean, I would have thought, and this is 3-4 years ago. I mean, I would have thought by now he's averaging 20 points a game.
Yeah.
He's shooting
10 assists.
33% from three, not having 3 career 3-pointers. You know what I mean? It's insane.
He is zero. He's no different now offensively than he was as a rookie.
He's gotten worse.
You can even say he's gotten worse. It's pretty pathetic, man.
I can't believe he actually
thinks he's a superstar, though.
Yeah.
And he acts like a superstar, and he like wants that respect, but like you got to earn it and actually do something on the court. Like Ben Wallace would be an upgrade.
Yeah.
And he can't even bring the ball up. Like you're the point guard, and you.
Oh, look at that. It looks like I am. Is this true? Am I the. Okay, I am. I am the only person that is live here. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll give my Sixers Hawks take right now. Yeah, I mean, Ben Simmons is not the greatest player in the world. I mean, he can't miss 10 free throws in a game like this, especially a game that you lose by 3. But I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, 8 points, 4 rebounds. He had 9 assists, which is obviously good. But hey guys, good to see you. Good to see you again.
Gino kept it going. I love it, dude. We had some freaking internet difficulties here.
I looked on the YouTube, and I was like, I'm actually not frozen. Person that's not frozen.
That's hilarious. We're back though. Let's go.
Mike.
Yes.
Echo again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jesus. Sorry, folks.
But yeah, I was just saying that Ben Simmons is not good at the basketball. And yeah, I mean, there isn't really much else to say.
No, he is garbage.
We were just talking about how Tony should recruit him to go play for White Plains' rugby team.
But Gino, I'm just curious your thoughts here because no one's really brought them up. On the other side here, I mean, how about this Hawks team coming back from these big deficits the last 2 games? They weren't even expected to really go out of the first round. They've been playing with their interim coach all season. I mean, they deserve some credit here, no?
Yeah, but let's not call Nate an interim coach, though, right? He's not.
He's like interim plus.
Yeah, he's a former coach in this league, playoff experience. He's a good coach.
Gino, I didn't know your voice changed so much.
The Hawks. I mean, this Hawks team. I think that you said it right there, though, right? They really weren't expected to be here, so they're not really. There's no pressure on them to win these games. So I mean, obviously, down 26, you change something up, you try something, and it works. It's resiliency, and I mean, Trey obviously was fantastic. 39 points, 7 assists, which is on the low end for him in most games. Getting the extras, the extra points from Gallinari, Williams, Collins. But again, I mean, this team, when you look at it, it was largely Trey Young. I mean, they didn't get nobody else scored 20 points. They got good contributions from other players. But I mean, I guess that you could say the same thing about Embiid and Curry. And I mean, they literally didn't get double-digit points from anybody else. And from what I saw in the Sixer or saw on Twitter, nobody scored a single basket in the second half, not named Joel Embiid or Seth Curry. So, yeah, I mean, this Hawks team has been resilient the whole time. They've kind of taken on that, that villain role on the road and just kind of embrace that, and obviously led by Trey. So, I mean, hey, if you're this team, you're not supposed to be here anyway. What's there to lose to, go out there and just play, just loose.
And another point no one's really brought up, what's going on with Tobias Harris?
I was just going to mention 2 for 11, 4 points, 38 minutes. Where were you last night? He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, he was huge for them all season, so obviously that plays a role in this.
It doesn't make sense. Now, another thing I was going to touch on, kind of what Gino was saying, like if you just notice the body language between the teams in the fourth quarter, like the Hawks were like high-fiving each other and pumping each other up and actually
Sixers
looked
are
like
like
they wanted to play
not talking.
basketball. Yeah, the Sixers didn't, like Joel Embiid's facial expression didn't change the entire fourth quarter. He just looked like how Barnes looks right now.
Yeah.
So miserable.
I was gonna say that's the one thing I don't like about Joel Embiid is you could physically see how upset he is, and his teammates know that.
You gotta hide that.
Yeah, and another thing that Jay Williams was saying, I'll shout him out. He was saying that who's the leader on this team? Because post game, last game, not this one, the one where Kawhi did the dunk and he's on television, like he's getting asked questions about the game, and he's watching TV and is like, "Oh, did you see the Kawhi dunk?" It's like, dude, you just lost.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, game 4,
After having a terrible fourth quarter.
you should have won.
Yeah.
And you're talking about Kawhi's dunk, dude. Like, so that is the only thing that I'm like, Joel. Like, he figured out the weight shit. He figured out all that stuff. Like, we've been waiting for him to do that. Now the next step, I guess, is his leadership skills.
They got. And you wonder why like Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick had no problem leaving.
Oh yeah,
they were like, fine, I'll just go play somewhere else.
Yeah,
like this team has there's no leadership.
Yeah.
And we kind of touched about this pre-show too. How about I don't think it's a coincidence that once again Doc Rivers is involved in a series where there's a collapse going on. I mean, that has to be brought up.
Yeah,
I mean,
and you watch like the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter, he had his entire bench unit on the floor. And the Hawks were killing them. Lou Williams and Gallinari were coming down scoring every single play. And Doc just watched.
Yeah.
Like, put your starters back in. Dude. Like, this is game 5 in a 2-2 series.
Of the playoffs.
Like, I know it's not game 7, but pretty much the winner of this game wins the series.
Yeah.
Like, something like 82% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the winner of this game 5 will win the series. Like, this is the series. Put your starters back in.
And
no one even played 40 minutes.
Oh, God. And honestly, Doc, I've never really been a huge – sorry, Gino, you go next. I'll give it to you right after. But I've never really been a huge fan of him. You see what he's done in L.A., seen what he's done everywhere. He got – honestly, I would say he was kind of lucky in Boston with having KG, Paul Pierce, and Rayon all at the end of their prime, still in their primes, choosing to play the way they played and win that first year. They didn't win the next – they could have won 3 in a row, dude. But –
Doc's trash
Doc
too.
Go ahead, Gino. Sorry.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, just looking up at his playoff record, you would think somebody of Doc's stature would probably have a pretty good playoff record. I mean, I guess 500 is pretty solid, but for the teams that he's had, those Boston teams, those LA teams, this Philly team. I mean, he's 97-93, and with those teams, you would have expected him to win more than one NBA championship and one Eastern Conference championship. So. Obviously, when you look at it and you kind of break it down, I mean, he really hasn't, had that much success in the playoffs. So maybe we're hyping him up more than we should be.
Give Mark Jackson a chance,
right? I mean, they need toughness there because Doc doesn't bring any toughness.
No.
And I think too. I mean, at the very least, they fall next game, lose this series. At the very, very least, he's in very deep hot water going into next season. If not, maybe they just want to can him after one season because
we've seen it.
The one thing that he's good at is underachieving. I mean, what has he overachieved with the group? I mean, I guess that one year they won 2 games against the Warriors in the first round as an 8 seed with the Clippers. I mean, that was it. That was literally
thinking about those Clippers teams, if you really look at those Clippers teams, they had really good teams.
They were so good.
They were so good. Prime Jamal Crawford coming off the bench, all these players
Blake was actually good, actually doing real dunks.
Yeah, Blake was nice. DeAndre was good, dude. He could actually play defense on the pick and roll.
Yeah,
Chris Paul.
I know. That was the end, but just the team, it's crazy.
I get to one conference final.
I thought they were going to win one. I thought they would have won one, but they just didn't, and it shows.
So I think a lot is going to be riding on how they perform the rest of this series, and it'll resume Game 6 Friday at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, 7:30 ESPN. So be fun to watch that one, and then the other game from last night: Clippers 119, Jazz 111. The Clippers take a 3-2 lead without Kawhi Leonard. And once again, Morris comes up big, 25 points, 3 or 4 from 3-point. Obviously, Paul George led the way, though. 37 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists. First player in franchise playoff history to achieve those numbers. So great game out of Paul George. It kind of reminded you of the Paul George from Indiana back in the day, dominating games. And, they had to come back here, too. They trailed by 5 points at halftime, but the third quarter was key, outscoring the Jazz by 14. And they were able to overcome 32 by Bogdanovich. And Ian Eagle was on the call. So it was really a nostalgic moment having him nail those threes and Ian Eagle on the call.
Yeah. And then the Jazz were really hot in the first half, and then they did cool off in the second half. And the Clippers they hung in there in the first half. You got to give them credit.
Yeah,
the Jazz. If you looked at the numbers, Bogdanovich was like 7 of 8 from 3 at one point, and Clarkson was 4 or 5 from 3. And it's like,
how are you down?
Clippers are probably down 20 right now. Yeah, they were down 10. They hung the game good. And
that's what you want.
Yeah, Paul George played great. He actually attacked the rim.
Good.
So he wasn't just settling for
finally,
step-back threes.
Thank you.
When you get Morris and Jackson to put up good contributions, I think the Clippers are still a team to.
So, what is the verdict on Kawhi?
They haven't said ACL rumors.
Sprained ACL.
Okay, what does that mean?
He's not. He won't be back.
Yeah. Like, what does that mean?
It's at least weeks.
Okay,
that's what Windhorst was saying.
If they made it to the finals, would it be one of the could he come back then?
I think it would end up being a Durant
be pushing it.
Pushing it
with Golden State. Guarantee it if that happens.
And it's kind of sad because there's a lot of star players in that right now.
LeBron said that.
Kawhi's going to push it. Harden's doing it. Embiid's doing it. Donovan Mitchell's not even fully healthy.
Yeah. Who's going to be the first guy to drop?
One of these guys is going to get hurt badly and miss all of next year, and it's going to be extremely unfortunate.
Yeah.
This season. These playoffs have kind of sucked.
Yeah.
They started off great, and everyone started getting healthy, and now we're just seeing the toll it's taken on people. They're just falling apart. And what are you gonna do?
I know.
Gino, were you impressed with this win by the Clippers and the performance, by George and the others?
Yeah, I mean, this series, it's weird. This series and the Nets series are kind of mirroring each other in a sense, right? I mean, you got the team. The Jazz, the team that's supposed to be there, obviously with Kawhi not out, you're like, oh, this team is built to beat, a Paul George-led team with not much around him. But then you get Paul George going off, and you get Marcus Morris going off, very similar to Durant and Jeff Green. And it's weird how they've kind of mirrored each other. But yeah, again, surprised that Paul George was able to put that together. And it's, I think it's a huge confidence boost for him. He's of course gotten so much slack over the years. So good for him to kind of come out here and put a performance like that together. Reggie Jackson has been sneaky good for them this entire playoffs. I remember against the Mavs, he had a couple of 20-point games, has another 22 here today. Or last night. So that's definitely been a huge, huge piece for them. He's been good, and they haven't really had to play Bev or Rondo that much. So, he's been a really big piece for them. But again, surprised. Jazz missed 8 free throws, shot 70% from the free throw line. Obviously, that's not great, but I mean, you also can't really ask much more. They hit 23s, shot 45% from the field. The Clippers were just better.
Yeah. So. They will look to advance to their first conference finals in team history on Friday, Game 6 at the Staples Center, 10 o'clock on ESPN. And
how fitting would it be that the first time they advance to the conference finals in franchise history is after Doc Rivers leaves the team?
That's actually.
And then that would give hope for the Sixers that if they get eliminated next year, where are they going to be?
Yeah.
So I think there's parallels, all over the board here.
Bring in Sam Cassell.
Yeah.
Or Mark Jackson.
Yeah. You know who I was thinking would be
Jeff Van Gundy.
You know would be pretty decent, I think, for at least Lonzo Ball's career. J. Kidd for coach over in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah,
that'd be sick.
That. And how about Stan Van? I love the movie.
I know.
We have to hear him on the air next
I
year.
I know.
Really
dude, 1 year out.
But that just shows how much he sucks.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say it.
No, it's true.
He really
wasn't he president of basketball operations for them too?
the Pistons he was.
They didn't do it with New Orleans.
They didn't do it
Okay,
with
good.
David Griffin.
David Griffin, I like him. Cleveland, baby.
And then one other side note here too. We're talking Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. I mean, they've spent all these years in the booth together. Why not just have them both coach a team?
Like,
please,
co-coach.
I don't know.
I would do Jeff as the assistant.
Yeah.
Why did he had his time?
Yeah.
Let Mark shine, and you be the assistant. They would be a show.
Yeah.
I'd go watch them.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And then imagine Breen on the call talking.
Bang!
Oh man. So moving on here, tonight we have a standalone Nets at Bucks, 8:30 ESPN. Nets leading 3-2 and looking to advance to the conference finals, but in a tough spot. We've seen the Bucks play very well at home all season, and they did confirm. Obviously, Kyrie out. Harden will give it a go. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with KD for now. But I mean, I think there's just a lot of question marks with the both of them after playing all these minutes last game. So it just really, I mean, are the Bucks going to rebound from this collapse? And are those guys going to be able to, perform? And obviously, is Harden going to be able to do something after really being, a non-factor last game?
Yeah, I think the Bucks will have a bit of a bounce back game. I think you'll see Giannis and Drew Holiday spend a little more time guarding Durant. Like, they played 0 minutes on Kawhi or on Durant in the fourth quarter last game. Like, that can't happen. So they'll make some adjustments. I think the Bucks will come out on top. I don't think you'll get much out of Harden again.
Yeah.
Like, can Durant put up 50 again?
I think he might. Dude.
He really can.
I feel like
the odds are kind of against him. We might see some 2011 Rucker Park KD.
Yeah.
Remember when he went off the plane and got 66 in the pickup game?
Yeah, dude.
If we get that KD, they could close it out tonight. But I'm pretty confident the Bucks are going to take this and push to Game 7.
And I was listening to one of your shows, Mike, Canty and Rothenberg on the way in today, and Rothenberg definitively said at least by 15 tonight for the Bucks. Very, very confident.
I love Dave, but I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. I honestly think last game was like Durant being like, okay, yeah, no one can come near me.
Kevin Durant,
but no concern after the heavy minutes.
Honestly, I'm not concerned with him.
No, I'm not.
I'm not with him. I am honestly really, really. I thought they would sit hard in this game, which I think they should have, but I don't. I mean. I don't think Giannis is not going to drive by him this game. You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to – they saw the film. They're going to attack him. They're going to have everyone attack him. So, I mean, I don't know. I would just not risk it, dude. You got a whole – you could win this game without him, I think. And then what? Then you could rest him, and he might not even get injured, more.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't play him tonight, but obviously –
Game 7 obviously is a different story, but just let him rest.
What are your thoughts here, Gino?
Same. I'm surprised that Harden is playing tonight. I wouldn't have started him either, but again, I guess if your stars are healthy, well, again, not healthy, but if your stars are available, I mean, I'm sure he wants to play, and I'm sure Steve Nash wants him to play. So I guess that, but again, like you guys said, I mean, how do you not? I mean, after watching the film, how do you not go after him every time? And this Bucks team is good on the perimeter. So if you bring in, say Blake to double on Giannis or whoever's coming down the lane on Harden, then somebody's going to be open and somebody's going to hit open shots. So you would like to see that was the game plan, or they're going to at least attack Harden. And then again, on the defensive side of the ball, you got to have at least see what Giannis can do against Durant. It's like, again, defensive player of the year, he's got to be guarding, the best player, especially if the best player dropped 49 last game. So,
and they're lineup.
Yeah,
they should be guarding.
They should be guarding each other. But just real quick, who was it? Kendrick Perkins earlier in the season was calling out Giannis about him not, guarding stars, and that because everybody's hating on LeBron and KD in the beginning of the year of not being, what they were. But it's like, dude, they've been doing it. You look at Giannis's stats; he never guards the best player one-on-one. And honestly, dude, him saying during the series that Kevin Durant's the best player in the world, he's unstoppable, best scorer ever. I mean, dude, if I'm Durant, I own you. I own you. I'm in your head. You're scared of me. You don't want any of this. I don't know. I see another 50 burger.
I think I see a setup. He's putting it all on the platter, and then he's saying, "I'm gonna put this out there, and I'm gonna just wrestle it away from you." So I see the stars aligning here for the Bucks. I think, like Rothenberg said this morning, big bounce back game, and then I get what I want: a Game 7 Saturday, which is actually my birthday. So I feel for Giannis to finally break through and to put this talk finally to an end. So just going to throw that out there.
Over under 50% from the free throw line tonight for Giannis.
Yeah, right.
Wait.
80%.
You got some confidence, Barnes. You're like Reggie Jackson with the confidence here.
But Gino, who do you have though tonight?
I mean, there's should be no reason the Bucks don't win this game. But again, I said that about Game 5 as well. So I don't know. Mike Budenholzer, if he doesn't win, if they don't make the changes that we talked about, he should be fired like before they leave the arena.
Like a Willie Randolph, like out on the West Coast. Don't let him go on the team plane.
Literally.
Get him an Uber.
Sorry, we don't know who you are anymore.
Wait, and then did you say you had the Bucks or you think the Nets?
Yeah, no, I think the Bucks are gonna win.
Okay. So Game 7 would be fun, but we will see what happens tonight. And we're gonna take a quick break and get Tony and Matt on for some baseball.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She got away. You know what I'm saying? She can't control. She don't know what to do.
She's gotta go. Bye. I know that you love this flow. We just chillin', we just villains. We just chillin', we some villains.
I love it up. Get the ammo and I stick it up. I grab shots on the top of shots. I bust the clip and I let it dip. I make it poop, make it explode. Touch your toes, hit your nose. Can you touch your toes? Simon telling you what to do. Follow my commando, hit in a bando, trap in a bando, not like a Rambo. Rocky, Sylvester, Solo. I'm telling you, I get this money even on my own.
The boys are back in town. We got Matt. What's going on, bro? Dude. Good to have you back. And
good to be back.
Tony, what's up, bro?
Hello, world. Your mustache.
I have a feeling you're feeling a little outnumbered, with the Yankee to Matt ratio here. Or?
It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't
is he
matter.
ever not outnumbered though? I mean, even with Mike.
True, but Mike
doesn't count.
He wears Mets jerseys.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't know where he is.
But like we are alluding to, we're going to start in the world of Major League Baseball.
Giving chase at Judge, and he dives into the stand.
Rock begins the season with an overpowering strikeout of Ronald Acuna.
The wall is gone! 3-run home run! What's going on here? I love it. He drives one to the moon. High, deep, and very gone.
All right. So last night we had an exciting game in Buffalo. Yankees 3, Jays 2. Very nerve-wracking, and me and Matt talked about this before the show. But before we get to what happened in the ninth, the biggest part and the turning point in this game for the Yankees was Gary Sanchez. Once again, coming up big off the bench, a go-ahead pinch hit, 2-run homer into the highway in Buffalo in the 7th inning, gives the Yankees a 3-2 lead, and they hang on. And this month, Gary, 302, 4 homers, 9 ribbies, 674 slugging percentage. He's back, and we were talking about this yesterday. He looks like 2016 Gary Sanchez.
It feels good, dude. Finally, bro. This has been, 4 years now of having him been sick and then 4 years of shit, dude. So it's nice to see Gary finally waking up, dude. That was clutch as fuck last night, dude. And he throws out he picked off, what's his name?
Guerrero,
dude.
That was a heads-up play by him, too, because Chapman kind of got rid of that ball pretty quickly, dude.
And I was going to say, wrong move by Chapman. You got to run
at
the runner
him.
and then get him in a rundown. And I was thinking, oh, my God, this ball's going to left field.
Same. I was
But yeah, so I mean, Chapman, I mean, another high wire act. He lets it to be second and third, no outs, and somehow he gets out of it. Obviously, a strikeout, throwing out Guerrero Jr. On third. Gary helped him out there because he made the wrong move, of course. Struggled with command a little bit. And then he gets, the Gardner catches the last out, on a liner to center, which
I thought
was hit pretty good.
Dude.
Thought it was going to fall in. Thought they were going to lose the
Me
game.
too.
So that felt really good. And how about Michael K ending the game going, Houdini? I mean, what the heck was that?
Really?
You didn't hear that?
Yeah,
No,
he
I
did,
didn't hear that
dude.
part.
We got to get that clip up.
Where is he calling Houdini?
No, he was saying Chapman because it was second and third, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, that was a little.
Houdini, dude. Yeah.
It sounded like the sound.
Want it again? Do it again, dude.
Yeah, can I hear it one more time?
And listen, I mean, not to get away from the good feel of this game because it was a great hard fought victory, but several errors by Michael K on the broadcast. First of all, he said Gary Sanchez was pitching before. Then he called the manager, his last name is Montoya. He called him Montero. This is the voice of the New York Yankees. I mean, come on.
You got to get in there, dude.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. I don't know what he's thinking.
I think we need Geno and Barnes to do the Yankee games.
Yeah, I think we could, or at least Rupo is ready to go.
Rupo,
he deserves his chance.
Mike Theophil. Michael K is losing it, dude. Hey, he's been busy with his book tour and shit, dude.
That's all he's thinking about, dude.
His book, dude.
He's losing it. He's losing a little bit. But, dude, Garrett Cole, another dominant performance, dude. 8 fucking innings. Only 4 Ks, a walk. But, dude, still, living legend. Out there for 8 strong innings. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
The only blunders he kind of had was giving up the home run.
Little blunder.
And he walked. I forget who. But there's really nothing bad to speak of in terms of his pitching performance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just funny. Here we go with the ball situation, dude. Says after the game, it's hard to grip the ball, and he has lesser strikeouts. So I feel like we're just in a never-ending cycle of this.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be hearing that after every game from every pitcher, dude.
Yeah, dude. I just, what do you think, bro? Like another dominant performance by one of the most dominant pitchers in the league, probably second best to DeGrom. But again, just the ball counts they keep coming out.
Yeah, I mean, his first inning was a little rough. Obviously, giving up the 3 hits and the home, or did he give up a run in that inning? I forget. I think he gave up the home run in the first inning to Simeon.
The first pitch.
Yeah, but then he settled down after that, which is good and great to see. And he was dominant all the way through. Just gave up the 1 home run, which was the only hit he gave up after that. Obviously, like you said, the strikeout numbers are down and the spin rate's down, and every single pitcher is coming out and saying this, and even there's some hitters. I mean, some hitters are saying that the pitchers aren't the guys to go after, and it's creating a whole big controversy that the MLB probably could have dealt with before this season. But again, they did the whole, we're going to deaden the ball first, and then, no, there's too many no-hitters. There's not enough hitting. Now let's change it mid-season. I think it's just created a much bigger controversy than there needed to be, and that's very like the MLB. So, I mean, here we are. Listen, like I said before, all-star pitchers are still all-star pitchers, whether they have spider tack, sticky stuff, whatever. So Garrett Cole proved that once again, getting a win in a really important game, going 8 innings, which is huge. 95-mile-an-hour changeup there on, I think it was Bichette to get him out there in the 8th on like his last pitch. And his second to last pitch was 101. So, really good stuff from him. Gary Sanchez has been awesome. And raises the question, even though Boone does not want to do it, raises the question whether he should catch Cole now, especially since the 2 innings worked out pretty well. But Boone doesn't want to do it. And I kind of understand his reasoning. He said he likes having that scheduled off day for him because he's going to have to take a day off during the rotation. So, you'll probably still see Higashioka behind the plate when Cole pitches now.
Yeah, but he did kind of allude to down the line that there's going to be, opportunity for that, and them getting the experience. That was the first time they were together since opening day.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then I don't know if you guys saw them talking in the dugout after. It seemed like everyone thought like, oh, it's Garrett yelling at him, but I think he was just amped up saying like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. They showed that in the broadcast. So
he really took control last night. I feel like Cole more than usual, and I think overall, I think he's got to be one of the guys too to kind of do that in order to propel the Yankees, forward and keep stringing along these wins.
Right.
So it was good to see that too. A little fire, dude, from somebody on that fucking team.
No, and the thing is too, that's why. But it's like it's so important. Gary's hot. He's got to stay in the lineup. We've seen him stand out of the lineup. But he's hot. It's just, somebody's hot. You don't mess with it.
You got to believe in hot.
And if they were saying nope, he needs a day off, they would have lost this game. I mean, you can't give away games, especially when you set yourself back like this,
dude. Yeah, bro. Sitting in third place, like 6.5 or 7 games.
7 games
out of first.
Yeah.
And they just need that fire now, dude. And you gotta just put your foot on your opponent's throat, dude. Like that's where we're at now, dude. They have to do that. You do that every time. But like, dude, because they've set themselves back so much, like now more than ever, dude. Like, let's go.
Big White Sox fans as well. Thanks for beating the Rays twice. That was huge. We like whenever we can pick up games on the Rays.
Seriously.
And then another note on the other side here, and I don't know if you saw this, Tony. Did you see Stripling barking at Joe Panic? The former Met, Joe Panic?
Last
year?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, what was your thoughts there? I mean, I guess he apologized on Twitter, but they showed it on the broadcast him apologizing, and literally Panic's looking at him like this.
Yeah, because dude, what the hell, bro? Like you don't do that, especially like on the field. Like if you want to like talk to him in the dugout after the inning, like yo man, like whatever. But dude, he's like jumping and tossing his arms up and like yelling at him. Like you can't do that, dude. Like everyone makes mistakes, whatever. Maybe you should just struck that batter out instead of letting up a fucking hit, dude. Like I don't know. Like I mean, it was a bad play. Obviously, it was a bad play to throw to first, and you don't do that, dude. It just ruins the whole like vibe on the field, and now he's like in his own head about it because you're yelling at him, you're pissed off. Like, what the fuck? That's not being a good teammate at all.
Nah, dude,
not good. Bad job.
No. So,
but they get the W.
No. What?
The Mets.
Oh no. This is yes, the Mets got the W. Yes, never mind. Yeah.
And overall, I mean, obviously the offense still did struggle, but I mean, a win's a win. You clinch the series, and then today is an opportunity where there's really no excuses, especially Michael King is going to be pitching, and they haven't announced on the other side. So I'm guessing that means the opener, Jay's bullpen has struggled. So there's just no excuse not to score a lot of runs, end this series the right way, end it with a sweep, and then you got Oakland, and you can't expect to sweep Oakland, even though it's going to be at home. That's a tough series. You need as many wins as possible. You need to get the job done tonight.
Yeah, you can't do what you did in Minnesota, dude. Just coughing up that last game. They gotta, especially, dude, Toronto's ahead of us. This is very important, dude. Very important game. Very important sweep of a series. Hopefully we're gonna get it done tonight. Michael King, I gotta be honest, dude. Not that big of a fan of Michael King.
No, but don't you think he should start over Debbie?
Oh yeah, dude, definitely. Like, dude, I don't understand, bro. He's got like a 4-something ERA as a starter and like a 2-something. Look at Geno. He doesn't even know.
I don't know. I have to think about King.
Debbie's been pretty friggin' shit. He's got an 8 ERA in AAA and a 6 ERA here.
Yeah, it's like pick your poison between the two.
Exactly.
But Tony, where does this good feeling from King come with these young tough hitters?
Right.
They're Simeon too.
Marcus Simeon has been on fire. Yes, but
loaded on offense.
I don't, dude.
Is it because he's due? Is that why?
I think it's because he's due, and yes, he's had some very underwhelming starts. But I mean, the guy has a good arsenal. He does. He throws some very good pitches. He developed a cutter this year, which he throws almost like a quarter of the time now, and it's his main strikeout ball. I think batters are batting only 172 against it, which is good. However, I just think he has some location issues. He throws a bad pitch every so often, so he has to kind of hone in a little bit more on his location. But I think he should start throwing his sinker some more too. It's a pitch he threw, I think, like 65% of the time last year, and he was dominating with it. He's got to trust his sinker more. I don't know why. Maybe because he developed the cutter. He's been going to that more often. But if he uses his sinker and just hammers the lower part of the strike zone, I think that's going to bring him more strikeouts, and I would expect to see a better outing tonight.
Yeah.
Lock of the night.
I hope you're right, dude.
Yeah, I hope you're right too.
Every time King pitches, I'm like, well,
I know, dude. It's
like
tough.
you're expecting him to give up 2 or 3 in the first.
right.
Yeah. And then settle down. But like, why'd you have to start that way? Why'd you have to set the tone that way?
dude, I know. But and Geno's point, like with Davey too, it'd be not like it's either one. You're not feeling good, overwhelmingly good. With
I mean,
either one
I
going
get
out
his
there
numbers
starting.
aren't good in AAA, whatever. But let's not turn him into Chance Adams either,
no, please,
and
no,
not and be so nervous about everything. And then on top of that, you got Luis Medina in AAA. He struck out 12 his last start. I think he's 23 years old. Yeah, let's wait till he's 27 to bring him up. I mean, come on,
dude, I can't,
give him a shot.
I just don't. I hate. I feel like they have like an unwritten like protocol with that shit, dude. Like, well, we have to leave them down there for X amount of years, dude. No, they can't come up yet. They're not ready. They're not ready right away.
It's weird because it seems like there's something that we don't see that is going wrong. And obviously, with Chance it happened, and maybe with Davey it's happening too because he hasn't been that great. But there's some reason that these guys aren't coming up, or that they're getting so much hype in the minor leagues or before the minor leagues, and then once they get to this level, they're just not they're not good enough. So it's weird, and I don't know. And like you said, I mean, it's picking your own poison in this situation. But again, I mean, even if he can go. King can go 4 innings tonight and give up 2 runs, I'd be happy with that just based on his track record. So it's unfortunately it's going to be a big bullpen game. You're going to have to rely on the bullpen, but we'll see.
Which, to that point too, which is not that big of a deal tonight, considering Cole gave us 8 solid last night. So use Chapman. So, bullpen guys are rested, ready to go.
But the thing is with King, I feel like he could kind of follow the mode of how Loaiza and Sessa weren't really good at starting, but are really good in the bullpen. And I think he could be the same. And if he's going to be a mediocre starter,
dude,
I mean, there's no point.
But he's better out of the bullpen. Yeah. Like the ERA is like cut in half from like 4-2, dude.
Right. So
I mean, I just don't. I don't get it. You know what? Honestly, kind of what Gino was saying before. Might need to look at like who's the pitching instructors that we have.
Because also Sheffield, they kept saying wasn't ready either to command and like.
But he's not even really like that great.
Yeah, I mean, but obviously, I think we would have rather had him and Jimmy. Jimmy, how are you? Oh man, Jimmy. But I guess that's one of those things. It is what it is. And one other point, before we move on here too, when Chapman was pitching in the ninth,
Yankee fans.
I mean, is it just me or I know he was geared up for the fastball, but against Bichette, did he get away with one on that 3-1 pitch
from
he threw he threw a slider or a splitter, but it was like up in the zone. Just hung there, but I guess they said he's geared up for the fastball, so he just took it. But it's like it reminded me of like an Altuve type of situation.
Yeah, like leave the slider high, dude. Usually it gets banged out of the park, but luckily, I mean, got away with one there, dude. That was a nerve-wracking one as it was.
And this is crazy, but they were bringing this up on the broadcast too. His last start, he didn't sweat, and then they're saying, "Oh, he's not sweating tonight either." And it's like he was down. He's always like drenched.
So he can't use
Chapman.
He can't use the sweat. Maybe
he was sunscreen, not sweat, dude. Maybe he loads himself up with some sunscreen.
I mean, it really actually could be though. But
think about it, dude.
But this is all nonsense.
Think
and
about
I
it.
Promise,
No.
I'm giving you the floor. But just
okay. Crossing over the other side of town now.
No, not yet.
I'm going to Queens.
This has to do with the Mets too. So it's the whole major leagues. But Boomer and Gio were saying this morning that they heard specifically teams were ordering tubs of Spider X and Spider Tack. So it's like, and this is insane. This whole situation is insane. And hopefully they just put it together because it's gotten way out of control. Let the guys grip the ball. And the hitters, you're complaining about, how about hit? How about how Vlad Guerrero Jr. is hitting 345 and slugging 700? He's not worried about Spider Tack. Okay? So just think about that. And Tony, I'm not even going to say one thing.
Dude.
Let's talk Mets.
Did you see the video, though, of Bauer in the dugout with the baseball?
With the baseball? Yeah.
He was like, is this illegal? And he lets go of it, and it's just on his hand still.
God.
He's like, is this illegal?
Well, have you guys ever seen the video of, I think it's Yadier Molina catching, and the ball he misses the ball, and it gets stuck to his catcher's head? and they like can't find it, and he has no idea where it is, and then it's like just stuck right to his catcher's vest. Crazy.
Oh, dude.
They were saying even last year we had the shortened season, whatever, and no fans in the stands, so obviously it's quiet. They were saying from when the pitcher took his ball, or when it left his hand, it sounded like Velcro coming off, like ripping apart Velcro, dude. That's how much shit that they use. That's all fucked up, dude. Like Manfred sucks. Like they're gearing up for a war.
Clearly,
CBA,
dude. Yeah,
this is what he wants. Let the hitters and the pitchers be against each other within the players. And then obviously the owners and none of the players get along. So
CBA, baby.
That's a mess take right there.
Our national pastime, the best sport of all time. So hopefully there's some recovery.
You know, the trophy is just a piece of metal.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Please. So
Bobby,
Tony,
Mr. Manfred.
I'm setting the floor for you.
All right,
we do get Mets 6, Cubs 3, but
we just have Subway.
I asked you
where are we going?
In this seat yesterday.
Where we headed?
If you were concerned about your leader, about the best pitcher in the game this year, Jacob deGrom leaves after 3 innings.
All right,
give me something. Honestly, make sense of it.
Make sense of it. All right. I mean, honestly, I'm a little worried. Yeah, dude.
Of course.
Dude, first of all, deGrom just comes out so hot, bro. Oh my God. 8 in 3 innings, dude. Looking so good, bro. But you saw in the 3rd inning, he looked like he was in some pretty bad discomfort, you know? And like, you know, obviously, like you got Cohen and Darling talking about like, oh, like he doesn't look so good out there. He looks like he's hurting, but he like gets through the inning. And then he goes into the dugout, into the clubhouse, and then doesn't return. So we hear that he left the game with some right shoulder soreness. So obviously during the game, they're all speculating. But in the post-game interview, he says that he thinks that between his back and then the elbow and the shoulder, they're all 3 separate issues. Which, I mean, I don't know how he could just say that. And you know, I mean, they're all on the right side. You know, like I know, right? He's like automatically, oh no, it's definitely all separate. I mean, they all could be stemming from
right sling. That's what it is.
Anyway, the sling, dude.
Wait, hold on, Tony. One thing. No, just kidding.
Wait, one thing about the Yankees I forgot to say.
Can we actually do one deal?
But I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's getting an MRI on his shoulder today. I mean, he's gotten an MRI on his back and on his elbow. Everything was clear. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But he seemed obviously pretty pissed off that he wasn't competing. He was like, I'm sick of this. I want to get out there, especially when you're doing so well as he is. I'm sure he wants to keep that going. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, the Mets yesterday, I mean, dude, their offense was on fire. Smith, Pilar, dude. I mean, they were all killing it, bro. What was the Stock? Stock was the pitcher.
Yeah.
MLB debut.
Get rocked.
It's a little banged up, dude.
Get rocked.
Typical what I say. I called that Mystic. But no, dude. And then, you know, I mean, our bullpen did a decent job. I mean, we had Reed Foley come in there. He left one for Rizzo middle in right away. So that was a little like worrisome, dude, because we knew it was going to be a long bullpen game at that point, only the 4th inning. But, I mean, they held through. Dude, Trevor May, by the way, I don't know if you saw his inning. Immaculate. Looking like a new man, dude. His slider was unhittable, blowing away. 3 strikeouts, dude.
7 pitchers last night.
Yeah, we had 7 pitches, dude. 7 pitchers. And then, you know, Diaz had to kind of close it out because Drew over there couldn't handle it.
Oh, man, dude.
But honestly, I really wasn't that worried. I don't know, you know. Wasn't that worried about it, dude. I was not like Matt over here. Like this.
Bro, I was doing the who used to do that? I think the manager for the Braves.
No, the pitching coach, Leo Mazzoni.
Oh, yes, Mazzoni. Yeah, dude. You used to just sit there, dude.
Yes.
That was me last night. Watching the Yanks, and Chapman almost gave me a panic attack. But, dude, if you're a Met fan, bro, I know this shit with deGrom is troublesome right now.
Right.
Overall, you gotta be feeling pretty good. You're 8-2 in the last 10, bro.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
The bats are finally coming alive.
Exactly.
Dude, they look like a solid team. They're in first place.
And honestly, I don't think there's going to be.
And dude, Diaz, to speak about Diaz real quick, bro. I know he only comes in for 1 out last night, but like his ERA in safe situations is like point something. 0.6 something.
Yeah.
But then in a
non-save, it's like 5, 6, like I think. Yeah, dude.
He's a little in his head, dude. I think he's like a 2 something ERA.
But
dude,
no,
right
dude,
now, man, it's nice to be a Met fan right now. I'm sure
it is nice to be a Met fan. And then tonight, you know, we have Stroman pitching, who's been one of the more consistent
Yes,
pitchers that we
yes.
have too. So you expect a good outing from him. Obviously we used 6 bullpen pitchers last night. So
might want to look to get a little length out of
Stroman
tonight,
throw
yeah.
Lugo in there. Maybe he can go 2 innings, 7th, 8th, and 9th or whatever. But dude, I have nothing but confidence in this team tonight, and honestly, in general.
And they're beating up a fucking good Cubs team.
They're beating up a Cubs team that was hot on the bats, dude, and should have limited them to 1 run, but 3 runs still.
Things happen.
It's good enough, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really do think DeGrom would be fine, dude. MRI, rest.
So too.
And I just think it's funny though. I think he's getting a little long in the tooth though, because he's saying
long in the tooth. You want to elaborate on that phrase there, buddy?
No, I just meant
this guy with his teeth. They're so long.
So long in the tooth, dude.
He's saying like, it has nothing. I redefined my delivery. It has nothing to do with that. I've thrown over 100 more 100-mile-an-hour pitches than like the second place person in the league, and I'm throwing it free and easy. Let me just say something right now.
He's cocky? Is that what you're saying?
No, but there's no such thing as throwing 101 free and easy. It's impossible. I'm sorry. What does that mean? That if he wasn't throwing free and easy, that he would
115?
Yeah, come on. And also, you got to shut him down for at least a 10-day IL stint. You're playing with fire to throw him out there next start. I mean,
I can see that, but I mean, I think it depends on what the MRI will kind of show today. Because I mean, if the MRI doesn't show anything, then what is wrong? Is it just like a muscle issue? Like,
dude,
come on,
like a muscle imbalance. Dude,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
So if there's nothing that serious,
you're pitching 100 miles an hour, bro. It's not
free and easy.
It's not free and easy.
Yeah.
Despite what they say, you're fucking really cranking
right?
your rotator cuff and like all the muscles in your shoulder. Right?
And he's talking MVP. He's talking another Cy Young. He's talking, he wants all this stuff, but it's just like sometimes for the better of the team, you gotta just like pump the brakes and not. I'm okay. Without like, and I feel like that's what he's doing. He's saying, I can get through it, but in the back of my mind, I know that I'm really not right. And I think that's honestly what's happening.
Yeah. I don't think so, dude.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
if he wasn't right, he would say something, bro. I don't think he would play with fire. I mean, dude, he said,
I feel like that the type, but I mean, again, though, being the competitor that he is and how nasty he is, he probably does.
But dude, I really feel like
in that type of mindset where he is looking to do whatever he can to just.
And he has the ultimate confidence because he has the lowest ERA through this many innings out of any starter ever.
Dude, I guarantee you, though, if he was really like that, he wouldn't even said anything last night and tried to have gone at least 5 innings. The fact that he did bring it up, like, I want to be careful, whatever. He brought it up.
They'll be at the end of the day. I don't think they have anything to worry about in terms of like how they'll handle it.
Right.
I think they'll do what they have to do. Putting on the IL
could not have come at a worse time though, because we have like a long stretch of like double headers coming up, and like it was funny because obviously we had this schedule already, and it's like we'll have Syndergaard back by like end of May.
Yeah.
Carlos will be back by like beginning of May. Like we'll be totally good for this stretch right here. And now what? Nothing.
I mean, Yamamoto might need to come on.
Oh no, dude! I hope not.
Gino, what are you thinking about the Mets, my guy?
Yes, yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, I think we got to sit him down for 10 days at least. A couple starts. Just seems like every time he goes out there, he's getting a new injury. If it is new and different from every other.
Yeah, I bet Yankees would love for DeGrom to sit down for a while. You guys,
we give a fuck. We don't play you guys.
No, you give a fuck.
In all honesty, do you really think he should go out there and pitch again? I mean, if he's okay to go.
Fucking arm falls off.
I know. Deep down, he needs to sit down, but inside you're just like, I want to see him out there. And you're not thinking.
Of course, I want to see him out there, but you know what?
His arm actually falls off.
Shut up, Matt. Give me a second. I'm not a doctor, okay, dude. If the man says he's fine to go play, if he's cleared to go play, then go fucking play, dude.
But I guess it's like, how many times
not in the house.
How many times is he going to say though that he's fine, and then there's a problem after the game? I mean, it's like been so many times in a row.
I mean, according to him, they're separate issues. So as far as he was concerned, he was healthy going out there with his elbow and going to be totally fine. So.
And I wonder too, is this parallel to the Tyler Glasnow situation? He just tore his UCL. He blamed it on the grip. Do we have something here? I mean, just something to consider.
What was that, boy?
You heard it here first on the sports. The ball is making the injuries, baby.
Oh, my
God.
No, I don't
Mr.
think so,
Squeaky
dude.
Clean over
I
there.
don't think so.
I don't know.
He is
I don't
squeaky
know, bro.
clean, dude. Like, I'd never use a sunscreen ever. I've never even seen him pick up the rock
To the
bag.
ground?
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
I mean, he does. He's pale. He
loves-
obviously uses
he loves
sunscreen.
that
No
Wow.
way, dude. No way, bro. It's
He's very pasty, white.
I wouldn't say he's pasty.
And I think tonight,
He's not
though,
pasty. You're pasty.
is the first opportunity that we get this season for a Yankee sweep and a Mets sweep.
Wow,
Can we get
dude.
it done?
I
Can
know.
we get it done, please.
Although I will say, what do you say? No excuses, right?
No.
I'm pretty sure you're 0 for 2 with saying no excuses.
I said that. I said that yesterday.
Nah, I don't think-
said,
I don't know, man.
I will pull
Jinx.
up the rundown from yesterday. I definitely said no excuses because Cole was on the
You may-
mound.
you- no,
I
no, no,
don't
no, no,
want to
no.
hear it.
You may
Tony.
have written
I
it.
don't.
You may have written it. I don't think you said it during the episode.
Oh
though.
my God. Well, I'm saying the Yankees are taking care of their part, so I want you to make sure that the Mets take care of theirs. Tony.
I will make sure. Okay, I'm going to
Yes.
call them.
I will be sitting here
Right,
rocking
yo.
back and forth, not moving from this seat.
Dude, if I as so much as see you
That's what I did last
sway
night. So
a
that means
little
I
bit.
have to do it again.
Oh
in order for
no!
them to
All right,
win.
Gino.
Don't you know?
You
Gino,
know,
am I wrong,
There you
dude?
go.
Am I
You're not
wrong?
wrong.
Gino,
Exact seat, dude.
you got to wear the exact same outfit you were wearing yesterday, dude. The exact same, sit in the same spot in the
You
same
know,
room.
off my clothes I was wearing last night. I laid them out on the couch.
Oh, man, this is reminding me of 2017 too much. All right. No,
Play your part. Don't be a fucking jinx.
Oh God. So before we close out here, a couple potpourri like we've done in the last couple days.
potpourri, eh?
So first of all, I'd like to say my weather run might be coming to a little bit of a halt. There was a fog delay at the U.S. Open this morning, and we just got underway. Very early along, a couple guys out on the course, but right now, Fabian Gomez from Argentina leads at 1 under par, and tied for second, Francisco Molinari's brother, Eduardo, which is probably not how you say it. He's one back. A lot of golf to be played today. I'm looking forward to watching it. Nice that it's on the West Coast because you can watch it later, with the 3-hour time difference. So we will keep track of that. And Gino has a few remarks, I believe. Some football.
Yes. Just quick stuff. Yesterday, obviously, we had, well, not obviously to most people, but there was 3 European Championship games. Russia took the first game 1-0, which gives them 3 points and saved them from elimination, which is obviously a good thing for them. And then Wales beat Turkey, as I predicted. So feeling good there. And Italy beat Switzerland. Both pretty solid games by both Italy and Wales. Wales should have probably won by more. Gareth Bale missed a penalty and a sitter right in front of the net. But Turkey's now officially eliminated, I believe, from the tournament. Italy has been firing on all cylinders. They've looked probably the best out of any team in this tournament so far. Just taking care of business. Always good. Ukraine beat North Macedonia this morning. So if I believe if Netherlands wins today, North Macedonia will be eliminated, but they don't care. This is their first ever major tournament. So they're just happy to be here. Right now, Belgium and Denmark are playing. Denmark, this is their first game since the player collapsed on the field. It's in Copenhagen. It's a full stadium. Just watched the Open. I mean, full voice fans with Ericsson signs. It was a great moment. And then actually the Belgian captain gave Denmark a signed jersey with Ericsson's name on it, which I thought was a cool moment. And they have a moment planned for the 10-minute mark to stop play, just kind of to show respect to him. Right now, Denmark's up 1-0. Go ahead.
Is that down on the 10-minute mark? Is that why?
Yeah. Yeah, his number's 10. Yeah. Yeah. So, but they're already up 1-0, which is a huge game for them because they lose, they would be in a really bad position moving forward. So, up 1-0 against Belgium, who's one of the favorites. And then later today, we have Netherlands versus Austria. Both these sides, I believe, won. Both sides won. So, a big game, just kind of see who can take control in the group. I hate you.
I'm sorry, Gino.
Barnes hit the button. Barnes hit it. I didn't do it.
No, yeah, it's but yeah, big game for Group C to see who can take control of the group with 6 points. So that's that. That is today's European update.
Just
Very,
like that, dude.
very good, Gino. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
So, other than that,
You know what,
fellas,
Gino?
Any final words you want to put out there?
Good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Thanks, Bo.
Tony,
Dude,
What a show, fellas.
something. Give
New
me
York
something.
sweep. New York sweep, baby.
do
Let's
it.
go.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
get
do it.
pumped.
Fucking brooms
Ooh,
out.
gonna be a fun Friday.
baby.
I'm gonna
Let's
fly
go
in,
Nets.
Mike out of the way.
I'm flying in on a broom tomorrow. To the Knowlton, through the Knowlton, through the brick,
What are you
On a broom.
talking about, dude?
with a Yankee flag hanging from my face.
And on that
I
note,
didn't say that.
Yankees win, Mets win, Bucks win. Everybody
Wow.
have a good day.
Bucks.
Appreciate the love. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.